Dayita is goddess Saraswati, and this stotram is a prayer to Ma Saraswati in 8 verses to bless one with a lot of things. The last line, 2 basic things we need: Chitta Shuddhi and Paravidya. Paravidya is a liberating knowledge, but I cannot gate crash into study of Upanishads and Paravidya. I have to prepare the mind. So from after the first 2 verses of glorification of Devi, the Acharya had given a whole list. Astikya Buddhi, the firm determination to perform all the Nitya Nainittika karmas in my lot. And then give me devotion and Dhrida Bhakti, Adaram, respect towards the Gurus, to the Samskrita Purushas, Devatas, Brahmanas, and you must destroy the Papas and bless me with a lot of Punyam, let me have Shraddha for the mantras. All this will give that Shuddha Buddhi mentioned in the 4th line. Pure and calm mind. They say that even if milk you pour in a pot that is not clean, it will curdle. So we always put some water to clean it. So like that, let my mind become like the dry wood minds, ablaze with adhikaritvam, so that I can receive the fire of knowledge. So far we saw that. Then in the last session, 4th shloka, there was a description of Devi. Ma Saraswati in the shining 4 lotus-like hands. She is holding what all?
Akshamala, first the book, then Mudra, Akshamala,
Amrita. What is the proper sequence? Which one do we approach first?
First Akshamala, then the book Shastras.
Then
Mudra, Chin Mudra.
And then Amrita. So that is the whole. So the whole first line is what is called compound. I said samasa. Vidya, Mudra, Akshamala, Amrita Ghata, Vilasat, Pani, Pato, Jajale. The Jajale is the Sambodhana. O Devi, you in whose 4 lotus-like hands, you have a Grantha, Akshamala, you have the Chin Mudra and the Amrita Ghata. That is the whole first line. That's the beauty of Deva Bhasha. And so the sequence is, the Akshamala is denoting the every alphabet, every Akshara from A to Ksha and back. That makes one mala. Sometimes you find a mala with 54 beats or 27 will be there. So that there will be multiples of that basic unit. 9, 27, 54, all multiples of 9, like that. When we did Kumbhabhishekam of Anekati, we all received a little kalasham and bracelet Rudrakshamala, and that had 9 or 27. 27, I think. Very handy when you're traveling, you can do this. So that Akshamala stands for all the sadhanas. All the prayers, prayerful living, it symbolizes that. Pujas, archanas and japa. Then only when I do that properly will it give me chitta shuddhi to even approach the shastras. Otherwise it will remain a closed book. How will the shastra reveal? Only if I have a guru. So the japamala symbolizing all the sadhanas which have given me chitta shuddhi have brought the guru into my life, connected with the guru parampara, so that I am able to study the shastra. It's quite a great achievement, if we are studying Upanishads and Gita, especially in Kali Yuga. That is the Vidya. Then, what is there in the Shastra? The meaning of Tattvamasi. The hundreds of Upanishads are only talking about one thing, that is Chin Mudra. That is the Tattva Jnanam. So, Chin Mudra is the Jivatma symbolized by the index finger, comes away from Maya, this Maya Bazaar. Trigunatmika Maya. No? Nama Rupa Kriyatmaka Maya Jagat is the three fingers. No? Time, space, and moving away and then bending to connect with Paramatma. Angushta is the Paramatma. And this is the Jivatma. Yeah? So the Jivatma, we are all Jivatmas. Who is the Jivatma? The Jivatma is one who is identified with this personality. This is my body, my personality, my raga dveshas, my pursuits in life, and this is me. This is how we identify ourselves. This is the Jiva. Yeah? But only when the Jiva comes away and connects to the Paramatma. Who is the Paramatma? Satchid Ananda Sarupa, Ishvara Sarupa. So we can say this is all Apara Prakriti and this is Para. Yeah? And it is not that Apara Prakriti is useless. No? Apara, without the Deha, how can we do Shravanam? No? So the Deha is considered as the boat to cross over the ocean of samsara and to come to Paramatma. So that also we saw in the third object. No? Then finally, Chin Mudra is, once I understand the Chin Mudra, the significance, then Amrita Ghata is there for me to enjoy. That is the Jivan Mukti. Yeah? Jivan Eva Mukti. So here Acharya praises Devi as Vidya Dana Pravine. You are such an expert, Devi. Either you teach or you send me a guru, a competent guru, no, to teach me all the shastras. But you are an expert. You are able to uplift even a Jada. Jada is dull-witted, whose mind is closed and distracted, unwilling to listen to shastras. Or Badhira, same thing. Jada, Badhira, Mukepyaha, Api, Shigram, Nadepyaha. Now when they have devotion, then you are able to uplift them. Then, but what is the problem? Kamadin Antaram. The sixfold internal enemies. Kamaha, Krodha, Lobha, Madaha, Moha, Matsarya. And they all, when we have Adi in Sanskrit means etc. So Kama Adi means Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Madaha, Moha, Matsarya. And this comes in the Gita also. So the gang leader we are saying is Kamaha. Yeah, desire. The binding desire. I must have this in order to be happy. Yeah? But if I happily pursue a desire, that's not the Kama talked about here. Yeah? So if I have a Kamaha in order to be happy, then there is pressure. But if I am already happy and I fulfill desires, then Kama is not pressurizing me. Rather, I voluntarily, happily, like Murli, desires to make us all happy, brought so many offerings to the ashram. This is a beautiful desire, sattvic desire. But here it is the other desire. Yeah? We saw in the Gita also, Dhyayato Vishayan Punsaha Sangaste Shupajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha Kamat Krodho Vijayate Krodha Bhavati Sammoha Sammohat Smriti Vikramaha Smriti Bhramshat Buddhinashaha Buddhinashat Pranashyati. Now we all know the value of not getting angry, right? We get angry, then we regret, we say sorry and apologize. There's so much pain. But we are not able to control that. So we're going to come to those values, Shamaha, Damaha, Ityadi. How to postpone that anger. Swami Paramathananda would say, we should get angry at anger. We get angry. But we should get angry at anger and say, why you are troubling me like this, So, anger is a huge nashaka. And here the prayer is, they are so mat sahaja. They have become a part of me. And so Devi, hey Devi, nirmulya vega. You please uproot these, all these offshoots of avidya, ignorance. And So this is the advantage, when we pursue Shastra knowledge, then that Sattva Guna, more and more it will come, means I will automatically become less and less angry. If I fight all these enemies directly, I will lose the game. I will lose my stamina and health. But if I pursue Sattva, Shastra studies, then it's like bringing more light. And the darkness has to diminish. That is the idea here. Which we already saw in the fourth one. Then, fifth one. Again the list continues. And the prayer is, how many karmas are there defined by the Shastras? You're talking about those karmas. Okay, I'm talking about Nitya karmas,
Naimitika karmas,
Nishiddha or Pratishiddha. The most important which we engage with the first half of our lives, Kamya karmas. Kamya karmas. So, Nitya karmas, Naimitika karmas, Kamya karmas, Pratishiddha, one more. If there are, Murli? Good, yeah. Prayashchitta karmas. So, Nitya karmas are mandatory. Role playing is mandatory. No? And before, Agnihotra, Sandhya Vandanam was all mandatory. Even now they are mandatory, but it's become optional in the world today. Naimittika also, Tarpana, Shraddha, Yatras, and all this occasional karmas we do. Shivaratri Puja, Navaratri Puja come once a year. Then Kamya karmas are desire-based karmas. I want to have my own house in Chennai. Is it possible? With a lot of struggle, I'm sure. But that karma is there. I want to do a world tour. I want to get my granddaughter married. I want to do Upanayam for my grandchild. And so many Kamya karmas. Then Pratishiddha, forbidden. So, even Shastra mentions abortion is a Pratishiddha karmas. But it is sometimes done. We know the reasons why people choose to do that. But even for that, there is a Prayashchitta karma. There is actually a yajna which is supposed to lighten the mind of the psychological guilt. And somebody once asked me, then I called Anikati, and the priests were ready to come and do that Prayashchitta karma for that lady. But another possibility is you just immerse yourself in seva, karma yoga. Then it is actually what? It is a malam of the mind, guilt. So how can we distance ourselves from that? By knowledge is the only way. And we saw Paramarthananda ji's, beautiful acronyms we are seeing in all our classes. RIDE. Who will tell me what does RIDE stand for? RIDE. You say R. Reduce. Adharma. I.
way of life.
D. Dedicate.
Ishwararpanam.
E.
Experience.
Accept the
As
prasada buddhi.
Prasada buddhi, right? Very nice, no? So this especially fifth one is talking about that. Karmasu Atma Uchiteshu Stiratara Dishanam. You please give me a firm conviction, determination to perform my Nitya karmas, Naimittika karmas. Yeah, let me convert my Kamya karmas, reduce them, and whatever it is I have to do, let me follow the right principles. In short, Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga has two main aspects, Ishvara Arpanam and
Prasada buddhi.
And we will find that our life becomes so much more relaxed and easy. That is, I am just instrumental in looking after my children. It is your responsibility, Bhagavan, So then we think we are taking care and doing a lot of things. No. We are only instruments, agents, nimittams, trustees. Yeah. The moment that Kartrutvam comes in, I get tense. Yeah. So RIDE will teach us all that. So in all these karmas, and then let me have sthira buddhi. Then let me have, to do Nitya Naimittika karmas, I need a strong body, dehadarbhyam. And then not only strong, healthy body, dirgha ayuhu. Karma Yoga, how long we'll do Karma Yoga? 40 years, 50 years? That's not the goal of life. Karma Yoga has to bring me to Jnana Yoga. So for Jnana Yoga also I need some years, right? So that is why 100 years Acharya is asking. Dirgha Ayuhu bless me with, so that I clear my karmas through Karma Yoga, and then having gained the Chitta Shuddhi, I am able to pursue Jnana Yoga for the Chitta Chinmudra Jnanam and for the Jivan Mukti stage. Yeah, and then the fame in all the three worlds, Yashaha Tribhuvana Viditam. And let me also, that means what? I leave behind a name that is worthy of emulation. No? Like Puja Swamiji, we are constantly inspired by them. And that is what is here, Yashaha Tribhuvana Viditam. In fact, people call Swamiji a Yuga Purushaha. In the entire Yuga, you can only get one such Puja Swamiji. And that is the definition we give. Then, Papa Marga Virakti. And please, Devi, you must, bring me away from the Papa Marga. How? By blessing me with satsangas and listening to stories. Harishchandra stories, Yudhishthira, all these saints. When I listen, then I am in association with the wise. And all that will keep me away from Papa Marga. That's why having a routine is very, very important. Here we have a different routine than back home. And so this is the routine to promote the Sattva Guna. It's completely Vedic. Start with pujas, end with satsang. And immersion in Shastras, Sattvic food is there, Sattvic conversations. Yeah? No newspaper, no TV, and not much mobile distraction. Otherwise we are sucked into social media. Yeah? So that is why we should have some such routine within your family routines back home. And Swamiji will say, we come here, we get very fresh, then we go back in the dirt. The moment you put the key in the lock, all those vasanas are going to be triggered back unless you watch out. No? Then repeatedly we have to come to the ashram to do this laundering. Detox. Yes. No? And all this we saw. So, Vidyam Shuddham Chabuddhim Kamalajadayitashtakam. Yeah. Now let's move on to the 6th verse. 6th verse is a Kshama Prarthana. The Acharya is going to say, I have missed so much in life. So late I have come to Shravanam, and you please bless me now, at least instantly. Matas Pada Padmam Na Vividha Kusumaihi Pujitam Jatu Bhaktya Matasvatpada Padmam Na Vividha Kusumai Pujitam Jatu Bhaktya
Matasvatpada Padmam Na Vividha Kusumaihi Pujitam Jatu Bhaktya
Gatum Naivahamishe Jadamatilasaha Tvatgunan Divyapatyaiki Matasvatpada Padmam Na Vividha Kusumai Pujitam Jatu Bhaktya
Matasvatpada Padmam Na Vividha Kusumaihi Pujitam Jatu Bhaktya
Gatum Naivahamishe Jadamatilasaha Tvatgunan Divyapatyaiki
Gatum Naivahamishe Jadamatilasaha Tvatgunan Divyapatyaiki
Muke Seva Vihinepyanupamam
Muke Seva Vihine
one long word. Muke seva vihinepyanupama karunam.
Muke seva vihinepyanupama karunam.
Arbhakembeva kritva.
Arbhakembeva kritva.
Muke seva vihinepyanupama karunam. Arbhakembeva kritva.
Muke seva vihinepyanupama karunam. Arbhakembeva kritva.
Vidyam shuddham cha buddhim kamalajadayite sattvaram dehi mahyam.
Vidyam shuddham cha buddhim kamalajadayite sattvaram dehi mahyam.
We're getting a lot of Sanskrit practice. Let's do it together.
Matasvatpadavadnam na vivida kusumaihi pujitam jatu bhaktya gatum naivahamishe janamatilasaha tadgunan divyapadyaihi. Muke seva vihine pyanupama karunam arbhakembeva kritva. Vidyam shuddham cha buddhim kamalajadayite sattvaram dehi mahyam.
So this sixth shloka is a Kshama Prarthana. So Acharya says, so much of time and life I have wasted so far. No? Some of you were also saying, no, oh, I've come to Gita after so late in life. We are only picking up the thread, what was left incomplete in the previous Janma. Yeah? Some people pick it up at age of 10, 20, what Swamiji say, mostly will come only after 39 years of age. Why? Because Karma Kanda is being pursued, Kami Karmas are there, Ardha Kama goals are there, then only the mind is got cleared a little bit. No? Then only we can think of pursuing the Jnana. No? So when we also did the Anekati course, no? Then Swamiji was already maybe 77 or something. No? Then we were also thinking, oh, the previous 6 courses, I wish I had come in 1980. Everybody is regretting why they did not learn earlier. Then one Swamini came. She is an American, no? Agamananda, maybe you don't know. She is in Salisbury. So Agamananda, she is an American by birth and she has accomplished PhD in Sanskritam. And she is now a Swamini, but as a Grihastha, she and her husband were like the right and left hand for Puja Swamiji. The entire Gita was transcribed by her, everything. So when she heard our regrets, she told us, Swamini, you know, when you connect, whenever you connect with the Shastras or with the Guru, that's the moment, that's the blessing. So it's a question of demand and supply. When we are ready, the Guru will appear. When you are not ready, continue Karma Yoga. That's it. So she said, in fact, she has known Swamiji since 1960. She said, now you are all getting the cream of Vedanta. Because one would also have matured, no? The way one gives the knowledge, no, with so much humor. Puja Swamiji integrated a lot of psychology in the Vedanta. Although Shastras don't talk about psychology. No? They only talk of some Kashayam will be there. No? Kashayam is what? Undigested traumatic experiences of the past. Everybody has it. The Pandora box. But Shastra will not say, you do this, you do that, you write Nama Japam, Ramanama 100 times. No. Shastra will only focus on Tattva. So you pursue Tattva. But Puja Swamiji had many American devotees and they actually educated Swamiji on psychology. Gave him a lot of books and beautifully Swamiji read all of them and integrated them. And he came out with a beautiful sentence. He said, psychology has no solution, Vedanta has no problem. That means what? See, we all go to a psychologist. Why?
Our
Because
mind
there
is
is
disturbed.
somebody who will listen to my problems, right? Otherwise, will anybody be interested? They will say, I am not your dustbin, right? And who has the time? Everybody is on the phone, right? But because we are paying the psychologist $60 per hour or whatever, they will say, okay, now lie down, tell me about your past, how was your childhood? Then you ventilate it out, right? So, but the more we dig our past, will there be a solution? No. Because the jiva is anadi and ananta. We don't know, that's why we don't know when the first birth was, and it is infinite. No? So, in which birth I did what, Papa, because of which I am suffering now? No idea, right? So, that is the Papa Oham. Then Vedanta has no problem. Because Vedanta is the vision of the whole. You are already perfect. You are Mukta Purushaha. In the vision of Vedanta, there is no problem. So psychology has no solution, has no ultimate solution. Supposing I go to a psychologist, I'll be relieved for some time. Then something else will pop up in the mind. Suddenly I'll feel sad or angry. I'll start crying for no obvious reason. It's all inside. So better is not to get into too much psychological digging is the message of this. Rather pursue light. Pursue the vision of Vedanta, Sattva Guna, and that is like it will wash out all the negative samskaras. It's like if you have a glass, where there's some ink. The ink, then how will we wash it away? We put more and more water, More, it become light blue, then lighter, lighter. Finally, there will be transparent water. So that is the idea of immersion in knowledge. Jnanameva moksha. So here there is a Kshama Pratna. What does Acharya say? O Mataha, Tvat Pada Padmam na Vividha Kusumaini Pujitam Jatu. Jatu means even once. Oh Mother, even once I did not worship your lotus feet with different kinds of flowers. Parijata, Arali, I didn't do all this. Tvat Pada Padmam. Then Gatum na eva aham ishe. Bhaktya. With devotion, I have not even sung one stotram in your praise. Why? Because Jadam Ati Jadam Atihi. My Mati, possessed of a dull intellect. Mediocre intellect. I did not do all this. And why? And Alasaha, lazy. Why would this Acharya, of course, is an enlightened Acharya, but why would one not have done all the pujas? Because there was no value for it in the family. Today why the children are not doing Sandhya Vandanam is because fathers are not doing it. Unless the parents will set an example. Today parents don't have time for the children. They come, make the food and go, and parents are busy with their lives. So that is why the children are not getting an opportunity to do Rudrabhishekam, learn the stotrams and learn Sandhya Vandanam and do a puja. All because the parents are no longer role models. So he says Jadamatihi, Mati is Jadam, and Alasaha, lazy. I am choosing the easy option out. I have not sung your glory, I have not worshipped your feet. Tvat Gunan Divya Padyehi, and your glories I have not praised with Divya Padams. Divya Padyehi. Padam means shlokas. Padya Gadya we have in literature. Tvat Gunan, your divine attributes I have not praised it. In our Sanskriti class, and we have an online class, I am still amazed at all these students, because they have that samskaras and their parents or grandparents are encouraging them. Very, very rare. So, even though it's a small number, we are very, encouraging to them. Because it's a minority, but very rare. I want to preserve it. Then, What else this Acharya says? Muke, dumb. Dumb is same thing as dull-witted. Yeah? Seva vihine api. Yeah? Then I have not done much seva either. I have only served myself. Yeah, but I have not served the country, community, society, not gone beyond the family. Yeah? Seva vihina. Yeah? Then api, even though. But then, oh Mata, what should you do? Anupama karunam arbhake amba. Hey amba eva kritva. So Anupama is boundless, no, matchless. So Anupama Karunam. Oh mother, like a mother, no, biological mother, how will she take care of the child? Arbhaka is child here in this line. Arbhaka means child. So a child, the mother will just naturally serve the child, love it, shower compassion, yeah? And not expect anything from the child. So too, even though I have not done anything, I have only followed Kamya Karmas, you have Anupama Karunam. You bless me, O mother. No, Anupamam Karunam Ardhake Amba Eva Krutva. Vidyam Shuddham Chabuddhim Te Kamalajadayitashtakam Dehi Mahyam. Yeah, that is why we have all this Shiva Aparadha Stotram and all that, no? To offer the Shama Prarthana. So this whole shloka is about that. At least now, now that I have come, bless me with the pursuit to follow this Paravidya and seek knowledge. Yeah? Okay, let's move on to 7. Now, so far, what stage have we seen? Mostly Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga and Upasana. Huh? So remember, often we have said Karma Yoga removes the malam of Chitta, but removes the malam. Raga Dvesha. So the Raga Dveshas, today morning Swamiji mentioned that, no? Karma Yoga means when I do Karma Yoga, all my activities, then the strong bandits that are there, Raga Dvesha, no? That will become thin. Then I happily do what I have to do. That is the whole purpose of Karma Yoga. Is Mala Nivriti. The mind that is restless, I want this, I hate that, will be thinned out, diluted by Karma Yoga. But then the next stage is Upasana. What does Upasana do?
Focus.
No, Chitta Shuddhi is Karma Yoga. Focusing. Yeah. Chitta Naishchalyam. Yeah. Now the Malam has gone, so I am a dynamic Karma Yogi. But Karma Yoga can make the mind still restless, extroverted, dynamic. Yeah? So to collect the rays of the mind is Upasana Yoga. Then finally what? Both Karma Yoga, Upasana has to bring me to Jnana Yoga. And the last 2 verses of the Ashtakam is all about Jnana Yoga.
It is 5 stages of bhakti.
Huh?
5 stages of bhakti.
Yes. Yeah, very good. We are studying chapter 12 in the Gita, where we saw these 5 stages of bhakti. What is the first stage? Sakama bhakti. That is, I have personal goals, materialistic goals, and Krishna says, no problem. You build your house, you get married, you go for the job, apply for the visa, all that you do, no problem, but you acknowledge me. That is, I am like a partner, not in crime, but in Sakama Bhakti. I am a partner, I will help you achieve your goals and have the Prasada Buddhi. This is the level 1. Then level 2, slowly one realizes that even as I am pursuing Sakama goals, do I always get what I desire? More often I will not get. Especially at the latter stage of the life, we are forced to surrender. Surrender the expectation of the result. Then purinju poidum. I cannot always what I pray for, what I work for, I am not getting it. Something is up here. Then Bhagavan has said in chapter 2, you are karma hetuhu, natu karma phala hetuhu. You cannot consider yourself as the karma phala initiator. You go ahead, perform action, but results are in my hand. So Ishvara as karma phala data alone will connect the effort. So we have no choice but to perform action. So that's the second level. Second level is pure karma yoga, right principles, Ishvararpana bhava and prasada. Then, having done that, we come to the third level. What is the level? Third level? No, first bhakti has to come in, no? So saguna,
Nishkama bhakti is yoga.
Ekarupa. That is abhyasa yoga. Ekarupa bhakti. So then, in my life, I have one ideal. It can be the guru, it can be a devata, devi, towards whom I direct all my attention. Guru samarpanam, devi samarpanam, krishnarpanam. That is level 3. So all the activities I offer and receiving prasada is already there. Ekarupa. But then that Ekarupa also, next level, has to expand into Anekarupa Virat Bhakti. What kind of bhakti is that? Chapter 11 Gita, Vishwarupa Bhakti. Where not only my Sri Rama, my Guru and my Devata are divine, but whole world, the cosmic vision. Yeah? So then I see divinity everywhere. Yeah? Divinity everywhere, in the trees, mountains, rivers, in the situation, in my children, in my partner, grandparents. Swamiji will say, with this knowledge, even your in-laws will be seen as Satchidananda Swarupaha. Everybody is divine. Yeah? Your pets are divine. That is the level. And even that journey is not complete. The Vishwarupa will expand, or rather, let's say, collapse into Arupa Bhakti. That is the Jnana Yoga. And that is Jnana Bhakti, where we have this Tattvamasi Jnana.
Final understanding will be with me.
Exactly.
Final understanding.
Yes. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Vriddeshejuna Tishtati. In Gita, Krishna has said, no? Ahamatma Gudakesha Sarvabhuta Shayastataha. So, but because the buddhi is not ready yet, it has to be prepared by Karma Yoga Upasanas, then Bhagavan gives Buddhi Yoga. To understand that Ishvara Tattvam is with me always. I am never away from Ishvara. And that is the 5th level we saw. Thank you for that revision. Now, in the 7th, we are entering the Jnana Yoga. Let's see briefly what the shloka says. Shantyadya sampado me
Shantyadya sampado me
Vitara shubhakarihi Nitya tat bhinna bodham Shantyadya sampado me Vitara shubhakari Nitya tat bhinna bodham
Shantyadya sampado me Vitara shubhakari Nitya bhinna bodham
Vairagyam mokshavanchamapi Lagukalaya Shri Shiva Sevyamane Shantyadya sampado me Vitara shubhakari Nitya tad bhinna bodham
Shantyadya sampado me Vitara shubhakari Nitya bhinna bodham
Vairagyam mokshavanchamapi lagukalaya Shri Shiva Sevyamane
Vairagyam mokshavanchamapi lagukalaya Shri Shiva sevyamane
Vidyatitadi yogi Pravarakara saro jata सम्पूजिताङ्घ्रे
प्रवरकरसरोजातसम्पूजिताङ्घ्रे
विद्यातीर्थादियोगि प्रवरकरसरोजातसम्पूजिताङ्घ्रे
विद्यातीर्थादियोगि प्रवरकरसरोजातसम्पूजिताङ्घ्रे
विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम्
विद्यां शुद्धां च बुद्धिं कमलजदयिते सत्वरं देहि मह्यम्.
So here we are going to say the Acharya is further asking now for sadhana chatushtayam. Where have we heard this before?
Tattva-bodha.
We should at least know the source books. Tattva-bodha is the introductory text on Vedanta. Yeah? So Shanti Adhyaha Sampadaha Me Vitara. Vitara means you bless me. Yeah? Vitara actually means you grant or distribute. And Shantyadhyaha is nothing other than Shamadhi Shatka Sampattihi. Yeah? What is that Shamadhi Shatka Sampattihi? So sixfold values and attitudes starting with Shama. Shamaha,
Shraddha and Vairagya.
No. Vairagya will come outside of the Shraddha. Shamaha, Uparatihi, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana. Very good. Uttama. Yeah? That's a little difficult. So we have a group of 6 values within the sadhana chatushtayam. So let me do the outer 4. Yeah? Paramarthanandaji's 4 Ds. You know them, huh? Can you tell us? Okay. First D is discrimination. Vivekaha. Vivekaha is Tattva-bodha definition, Nitya, Anitya, Vastu, Vivekaha. Yeah? Second D, Vairagyam. Vairagyam is like a twin brother to Viveka. No? Enhanced Viveka is Vairagyam. We'll come to the details of that in a short while. Then the third place is disciplines. That is the Shamadhi Shatka Sampattihi. Shamaha, Damaha, Uparatihi, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam. And fourth D.
Second D, first one is
Okay, again. Yeah, I didn't do the second one. First D is discrimination, Vivekaha. Second is dispassion, Vairagyam. Third is the disciplines, Shamadamadi Shatka Sampattihi. Or in this verse, he is calling it Shantyadhyaha. Shanti Adi. Yeah? Shanti Adi is nothing but Shamadhi. The 6-fold disciplines. Now I am asking, what is the fourth D?
devotion.
No. Probably the most important.
Destination.
Desire for moksha.
Destination in a way.
Moksha. Correct. So Swamiji Paramathananda has nicely put the sadhana chatushtayam as 4 Ds. Discrimination, Vivekaha, dispassion, Vairagyam, the 6-fold disciplines, Shamadamadi Shatka Sampattihi, and desire for moksha or mokshitvam. That is what we are going to see in this shloka. Yeah? Shantyadhyaha sampadaha me vitara. O Devi, you bless me with the 6-fold disciplines. Yeah? Now, hey Shubhakarihi, you are Shubhakarihi, most auspicious Devi. Yeah? And then Nitya Tat Bhinna Bodham. What is Nitya Vastu? Nitya means permanent. Yeah? Permanent means what? Good. Atma. But permanent means that which is not subject to decline. That which will not age. That which will not perish. That is Nitya Vastu. And that is Atma Tattva. Yeah? Then Tat Bhinna Bodham. What is other than Nityam? Anityam, Anatma, exactly. Very good. Anityam, but what does that mean? What is Anatma for us?
Everything, whatever we have.
Including the retreat. Half a day more, and it's fine. Pack your bags and go to Tambaram. So then you are back, right? So Anityam, as Rajeshwari clubbed it, everything means Jagat. And the Jagat includes the body, mind, sense, organs. Yeah? Whatever I call as me and mine comes under Nityam or Anityam?
Anityam.
Anityam, yeah. But the real I is Nityavastu. Yeah? And that is what we are pursuing, the knowledge of the Nityavastu. Nityavastu is only one, Ishvara. Yeah? And that is the first line. Nitya Tat Bhinna Bodham. So Acharya is asking, the first D, give me, this discrimination. Then Vairagyam, second D, Shantyadhyaha, third D, and Moksha Vancha. Vancha means Ichha. So desire for moksha. Desire for moksha is what we heard this morning. I want to be free from all that is undesirable. What is it that I don't want?
Dukkham.
Dukkham. Dukkham includes anxiety, fear, and aging also. We tried, some people say death also is okay. I don't want aging, that marana bhayam, all this I don't want, And all that is, we want moksha from all that. So, in 1.5 lines, the sadhana chaturthyan is over. Now, coming back to Shantyadhyaha. What is Shamaha? Mano Nigraha. Mastery of the mind. That means at the thought level, I have a certain mastery. Yeah? I don't allow my sense organs to do what they want to do. Yeah? So, what I want to eat, health food, junk food, I am the boss. And even before anger is going to erupt, then if I have Shamaha, I am able to diffuse it in the mind. So all this the Gita is telling us many things, Here briefly it says Shantyadaha. So Shamaha is Mano Nigraha or mastery. Then next Damaha.
Sense organs.
Yes. At the gross level. Indriya Nigraha. Which Indriyas? All Indriyas. 10 Indriyas. The Indriyas are constantly wanting to do something or collect data and present it to the mind. Yeah? But then if I choose to meditate, not get involved, then I will have Shamaha, Damaha. But for that, I have to initiate the process of maturity. And that is why Ekadashi fasting, Maunam, and Karma Yoga, Surya Namaskara, all these sadhanas will give me the mastery over the instruments. Then the third one, Shamaha, Damaha over, Uparatihi. Yeah, whatever. Uparatihi will come to. Uparatihi is defined as the maintenance of both Shamaha and Damaha. So we have to constantly make an inventory check every year. That's why spiritual diary and all we have. So have I really, gained victory over the smoking habit, anger habit, impatience, lies, or habit of exaggeration, impulsive thinking. Shamadama, the consistency, maintenance of that is Uparati. And Tattvabodha, we saw the definition, Swadharmam eva, Swadharma Anushtanam. If I am really focused on my Swadharma, then that will lead to Shamadama mastery. Then Titiksha. Titiksha is, I think, what we are learning maximum here. So, Murli, we have to tell you, first, this is fine. But this retreat, after going to Manjukudi, how many stars will we give to Somangalam? We were discussing that. I personally like this place because it is Swamiji's wish. In fact, Puja Swamiji was to come and inaugurate this ashramam. But the date was fixed in 2015. The year Puja Swamiji took Samadhi, Mahasamadhi in Rishikesh. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி கூட உடம்பு சரியாயில்லை. முன்னாடியே வந்திருக்கலாம். நான் வந்துடுறேன்ப்பா. For everything, Swamiji will say, yeah, I'll come and inaugurate this, inaugurate that. Peti Kalyanathu vandurren, idu pannitten, adu pannitten, everything. Swamiji would agree to, and then his attendants would scold everybody. Everywhere he'll go, they'll give him Mysore pak and poli and everything. There's a sugar problem, it has gone up. So the attendants would go and really, be very upset with them. But that is the nature of a jnani. He will not refuse, He'll say, oh, you have come to invite me for your Kumbhabhishekam? Okay, I'll come. So even this, that Vak blessing is there for this ashram. But Titiksha in terms of, it's not so well developed, facilities have yet to become. So as the first Vedanta camp, we are initiating a lot of development projects here. So coming back to Titiksha, Titiksha is putting up with difficult situations brought about by my own prarabdha karma, chinta vilapa rahita, without lamenting, without cursing, without vilapa, without worry. And I always say Indians have a lot of Titiksha. And when I first went to Germany in 1990, I had to, deposit or withdraw money. I went inside the bank, nobody was there. I went straight to the cash counter. In 1 minute, you're out. Whereas here, we need Titiksha to buy a railway ticket, to deposit, to buy a demand draft and whatnot. Nowadays, of course, all digital. So, Titiksha is hot summers, Titiksha is there. I have to keep on waiting till the plumber comes. So, Titiksha is patience, basically. And not to just put up with a difficult situation, okay. But without lamenting. Yes.
Accepting the difficulties with embrace.
Where? In which? Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkadaha agama payino nityaha tan titikshasva bharata. Exactly. He says this, the dvandvas in the world, Matraha sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkada. Sukham, dukham, shita, ushna, gain, loss, victory, defeat, they will keep coming. So what are you going to do about them? If they are coming only to go. So you have that understanding that they are all temporary. Agama payanaha. They come only to go. So your mantra should be, even this will pass away and I will not be too affected by it. So Tan Titiksha. Very good point Sudha brought in. Thank you. That is Titiksha. Then Shraddha, we have seen a lot on Shraddha in the verse number 5. Astikya Buddhi. Shraddha is perhaps the most important of the 6. Even if you are not educated or wealthy, if you have an open, trusting mind, knowledge will just penetrate, settle down and bring about the transformation that you need. That is the role of Shraddha. Astikya Buddhi must be there. But sometimes what the mind will do, mind will criticize. Oh, this topic I've already heard. What is so great about it? I don't agree with this point. So the mind will, I've told you, when you come for a Vedanta class, here also, the mind cannot always be focused. It will say, already time for lunch. I am hungry. Today, Swamini announced, chola and puri. At one time in Rishikesh, we have a lot of bandaras. So we get to see the bandaras as they are being made. Anga, you will get that kheer. What do you dip into the kheer? Malpua. That is a regular feature there, and jalebis. So then we have a pre-lunch session with Swamiji. And believe it or not, my mind was dwelling on jalebi. In the 11:30 to 12:30 class. In my earlier years with Swamiji, 2006 or 7. Then suddenly I hear a voice. Swamiji said, yeah, and you will be thinking of jalebi and malpua. I was shocked, I said, how can Swamiji read my mind? And that is how it happens in a satsanga. the question you have, somebody else will have.
ask.
Yeah, so this shows that there is a cosmic intelligence which is networking everybody together. We are meeting the people whom we have already met, whom we are destined to meet and gain, and exchanges there, and like that. It's just fantastic, this cosmic intelligence, no? And that is Ishvara. No? So here, Lagu Kalaya, you bless me quickly. Lot, Lagu Kalaya, you bless me, and you are 5 minutes. Shri Shiva Sevya Mani. Oh Devi, you are, already we saw you are worshipped by Mahavishnu and Shiva. But here you are worshipped by Shri. Shri is Mahalakshmi. Your Bhaginis. And who is the other Bhagini? Shiva. Shiva, Dirgha Akaranta is Parvati. So you are Sevyamani. You are, served or worshipped by Mahalakshmi and Parvati. And then Vidya Tirthadi Yogi Pravara Kara Sarojata Sampuji Tangri. Samasam. Your Angri. Angri means lotus feet. Your lotus feet are worshipped by the Kara Saroja. Kara Saroja is lotus like hands by great yogis like Vidya Tirtha or Vidyaranya. Great yogis have adorned the Sringeri Madam, no? So Vidya Tirthadi Yogi Pravara, who are exalted, and with their Karasaroja, with their lotus hands, you are Sampujita. Your lotus feet are worshipped. No? And Vidyam Shuddham Chabuddhim Kamalajadayitashtakam Session Dehi Mahyam. O Devi, you bless me with the liberating knowledge and with the pure mind. In addition, you give me all this. No? And that is why, it's talked about the fourfold kripas. No? Atma kripa, Shastra kripa, Ishvara kripa, Guru kripa. Huh? So where does one begin? Ishvara kripa is always there. Shastra kripa, always there. Guru kripa, always there. Atma kripa, not all the time. So we have to start with Atma kripa. Atma kripa means I should have the grace of my mind to come to this pursuit. Yeah? I should want this knowledge, these values. I should, want to study Gita and attend camps like this. No? That is called Atma Kripa. But Atma means mind in this context, not Atma Kripa. Yeah? Atma Kripa is the grace of my own mind. May my mind cooperate with me, bless me, and then that Atma, Ishvara Kripa will manifest as Guru Kripa. Ishvara Kripa will send a Guru, and the Guru will bring the Shastra Kripa. Yeah? In the end, they're all one. But we have to start somewhere. No? So, Atma Kripa, the grace of my personal Purushartha, my effort, will tap into Ishvara's grace and will bring in more and more favorable situations to gain knowledge, and will clear all the spending karmas that I have that are standing in the way, and then they will be in this royal prasthanam to the market. No? So we need the grace of Ishvara, of course, at all the times. But even if it is always there, like groundwater, I have to dig. So without Atma Kripa, I cannot get the grace of Ishvara. You may have noticed, no? The moment you have a sattvic desire in your mind, but you are struggling how to accomplish it. But you just have it in your mind, it will be fulfilled.
Yes.
No?
That's
Only
sankalpa.
sattvic desires. Yeah. Like we wanted a long-term course in Anikatti. We waited for 8 years. But no Acharya was ready. Because to do a long-term course in a Gurukulam, you need lot of maturity, tremendous sacrifice. So no Acharya was coming forward to deal with unrefined minds who bring all their psychological backlogs, and then we have to deal with it on a daily basis. And then we pray to Dakshinamurti. Every day we did, I think, 108 pradakshinas in Anekati. Then we got Sakshat Swamiji and Puja Swamiji, of course. And then without any emergency situations, we were able to complete the whole course. And in Swamiji's last full course, this Swamiji's course, half, After that, after the Mahasamadhi, somebody else had to complete it. So in our course, people were, entering the course, adding every year. So in all the previous courses where other acharyas were doing the full-time course, people would leave. That's why we have a 6-month course initially. Tattva Bodha, Gita, Moolam, Vedic chanting and meditation, that's it. And so in the 6 months, your own mind will tell you whether you can handle long-term course or not. So many people will leave. And those who want to continue will stay on for 3 years. But in this, our course, people kept coming in the first year. So Swamiji would go on his travels and come back and say, "Yaar, vidaliya course." He would be amazed. Then we would say, "Swamiji, vidaliya, they're adding, they're winding up their lives in America, selling their cars and flats and all, and coming to stay here." So it was an excellent course, and we all enjoyed only because of Puja Swamiji and Sakshat Swamiji. And many different, because it's what a dry topic, no? Swamiji will say, morning you will get dal chawal, evening chawal dal. Not much variety, but we had so much variety because Krishna Sweets, Mr. Krishna is greatest devotee of Swamiji. So we would have what is that, the tent put up in the Gurukulam and sweets. And then we would be invited to his home in Coimbatore and have a 10-course meals there. Then Swamiji invited great personalities, artists to give talks and satsangs. One of them was this Rakesh Sharma, astronaut, the first person to, to the moon, went to the moon, and he and his wife came to Anekati. They addressed us. Then the ex-late President V.V. Giri, Venkatraman, is a great devotee, and Rajnikant. Rajnikant and his wife will always be sitting in the front row of the public talks in Chennai. She always wears yellow, I think. And so Rajnikant is one of our trustees, and he's got his own room, special room in Rishikesh, facing the Ganga. I have seen him once. He'll go to the rock and just meditate, dressed in white. So like that, Swamiji is able to connect with big personalities. And then once we were having a problem getting darshan of Swamiji. They said, Swamiji, you are always with these big shots, Mr. Krishna and Rajnikant, you don't have time for us. Then Swamiji said, no, I have to also include them, because these big personalities, they have many followers, So then other people will be drawn also to this path, apart from the funding also. So much funding has to be done. And that was the great Swamiji, is like the beautiful fragrant flower, and almost like bees would be attracted from all corners of the world. So we'll stop here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.